Hey everybody, welcome to the newest episode of the Binary Sunset podcast. It's the first episode out of the gate this year, 2021. I know it's been a few weeks. It's been pretty hectic.
It's
I
on
think.
sabbatical.
Yeah. We took a nice long, little sabby sabbatical.
Yeah.
Things have been obviously hectic for not only not only in our lives, but just the world in general. So
Yeah.
but we're back.
I'm back in Washington, D.C.,
He's in Washington,
which
D.C.
is where everybody wants to be right now.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. But Binary Sunset back. We got plenty of things coming on the horizon. But first of all, how's this first month of 2021 treating you, Zach?
it's just bad.
Bad?
Yep. It's bad.
Yeah, me too.
It's just bad. I think we can both agree. You know how we like dissecting memes here. I sent you the meme, I think it was last week, right after the events of last week. And it was a picture of the Death Star, the first Death Star, and it was 2020. And then it was the next picture was the Death Star 2, and it said 2021. So we got to blow that up too. And then we'll be dancing and partying with Ewoks into 2022.
Hopefully, I want to say that seems like a far away point, but like, 2020 just passed by so quickly that like 2022 feels like it's around the corner anyway. But
Yep.
yeah, I've been kind of just like consumed by. I introduced my family to Cobra Kai.
Very nice.
I love that show, and I got my girlfriend for the longest time was like, I'm gonna hate it, which she does with like everything. And
Yeah.
I showed her a couple days ago, and we've just been binging it, and she loves it. So I'm glad.
I heard it was like the number one streaming show on Netflix.
At one point it was. Now it's Bridgerton.
Bridget, I don't know.
It's a show on Netflix.
I just finished
I
The
don't really
Queen's
understand
Gambit,
it.
so that shows you how far I am.
I still have to finish that show.
It's great.
But
I want to learn chess now. Gotta get a Star Wars chess
I'll teach
board.
you. I'll
Okay.
teach you. Yeah, we can
All
play.
right.
We can play virtually one day.
Yep.
So yeah, not much on the docket today. Obviously, so Mandalorian's over. So our format's gonna change dramatically in terms of like what we're covering.
Dramatically.
Well, it will because we
Drop Duel of Fates music right now. Dun, 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 dun. Dramatically.
Yes. Yeah. Well, it's gonna be a lot different because you could say that like the Mandalorian did a lot of like 75% of the work for us. All we had to do was just show up and talk about it.
React.
Now we and that's the problem with we like started this podcast like right before that, so it kind of spoiled us a little bit. But now we can just kind of trudge forward, and we've done a lot of like scheduling and like brainstorming about like what our podcast is really just going to be.
Yep.
Today, so one of those formats is a thing called Top 5. So that's what we're gonna do today. Top 5. Basically, we pick a theme, or topic, and each of us name our top 5 things of that topic. That was really badly worded, but you get it. Today the theme is characters that don't speak in Star Wars, and it can be any.
I feel like I need like a DJ button where it has like it cues all a bunch of different.
Yeah, you can do
Star
like
Wars.
quacks and farts.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm talking about Star Wars
yeah.
universe.
We
stuff.
should do that.
Like,
those exist.
Yeah, I feel like I should do that instead of me just like
Pull it up. Pull it up.
just saying it. We'll do it later. We'll do it later.
All right, maybe next episode we can have that ready.
Yeah, I feel like instead of me just mad libbing through my lips.
And you know what? Should we maybe talk about like things on the horizon as well? Just
Yeah,
like what people should look forward to.
Yeah. Give them a taste.
So that's today, and then within the next couple weeks we'll be doing an episode about things that inspired Star Wars or that Star Wars has inspired. So like covering like an episode of Flash Gordon and kind of reviewing that and looking at all, like kind of taking a deep dive into all the similarities and differences and
Yeah.
how we can, tell like George Lucas was
Movies,
inspired by that. Yeah.
movies, books, comics, they're all fair game.
Yeah. So that's one that's coming
Sorry,
up soon.
also the Bible.
Yes, most importantly the Bible. Yes. This is a very very devout show.
You know how people, compare. Yeah. I mean, obviously,
of course. I mean,
Anakin is Jesus, but also Obi-Wan is Jesus, so that's kind of a conundrum right there.
Obi-Wan is Jesus. Don't make no mistake. I kind of want to try that thing where I give my, like those things where they give like their grandma like a portrait of Obi-Wan from Attack of the Clones.
Yeah.
I kind of want to try that with my grandma. See if it works. Yeah. So that's coming up too. We also thought about doing like a type of podcast episode where we find a kind of dumb or silly article about Star Wars, or even just like honestly any kind of article, and then we kind of just like review it. And
React
then
to it.
we also, the biggest thing on the horizon is something that we're actually like halfway through in production on, which is basically a series of videos where Zach and I give each other assignments to make a montage video 30 seconds long, and we have to give each other a song and a theme for the montage video. And then basically the whole video is, us behind the scenes editing and doing whatnot. And then at the end of the video, we show each other our montages and react to them. So that'll be really fun.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. So
yeah, that's going to be a fun one.
Hashtag Team Raylo for forever.
Yes, that's a little sneak peek. But yeah, so without further ado, let's jump into
Top
5. All right, so Zach, do you want to go first?
Why don't you go first?
Okay, I'll go first. All right.
Go first.
So my first, this was a no-brainer.
But we gotta explain what the top 5 is. Like
I thought
what?
we did.
You said characters, Star Wars characters. Oh, okay. Maybe I wasn't paying attention.
Okay. Just to reiterate, this top 5 is about. Should I get a drink too?
If you want, I mean,
I'm
sure.
Beer.
I mean, I'm in DC. What's your excuse? Anyway, no, you can have a beer. Go get a beer.
Have I told you about my life? I'm grabbing a beer.
This man has demons. He doesn't know what I'm saying right now. Do you? Yeah, that's right. Laugh.
Hey man, I'm sure Chicago's gonna be a hot spot for this bullshit too. So, all right, cheers.
Cheers.
I don't know. Yeah. Just to reiterate, the top 5 theme for today is characters that don't have any lines in Star Wars. Okay, so I'll go first. My first character that doesn't have any lines in Star Wars is Lobot from The Empire Strikes Back.
I knew you were gonna say that.
I mean, that's the most obvious. That's why he's number 1.
Ever since his cameo,
number 5 technically.
Ever since his cameo in Star Wars Connect, Dance Dance Revolution.
Yeah, so my first one's Lobot. He's obviously Lando's right-hand man in Cloud City, and he saves the day, big time. He's the one that gets he's the one that because Leia, Chewie, and R2 and not R2 and 3PO are imprisoned they're kind of walking down that hallway. Lando does the beep, beep, boop, 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 and then Lobot's like his eyes open and he comes and saves the day. So he's a hero that has no lines in Star Wars.
I will say I did enjoy how we were introduced to Lobot's cousin, who actually is on the Imperial side in Star Wars Squadrons.
Yeah,
that was interesting.
He has lines. I'm not sure why they gave him lines. But.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's a good
cousin Bert.
I like Lobot. Lobot's cool. Lobot's chill. So mine is the first one I will say is actually let me see if you can guess it.
All right. Technically, these are the top. These are the in 5th place.
Yeah, these are in 5th place.
Yeah. So these are number 5 technically, but yeah.
Yeah. Actually, no. There's too many Star Wars characters to guess. My number 5 is Max Rebo of the Max Rebo bands.
Hell yeah.
We saw in Jabba's palace on Tatooine.
Damn straight.
In episode 6.
Yep.
yeah, what they know how to jam. Max and the boys.
You know what? I'm gonna wager that Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are bringing him back in Mandalorian season 3,
That'd be
or
lit.
in I'm sorry, Book of Boba Fett.
Oh yeah, honestly,
sure.
Maybe
But he's gonna have like an eye patch, like a huge scar. He's been through some shit.
Max Rebo in the
The Max
band.
reboot.
Yeah, there you go. The Max reboot.
Max Rambo. Yeah,
I'd like to see Max Rambo and Max reboot in the Book of Boba Fett.
definitely.
fun.
He's due for another album.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that's
All right.
fun.
Should we do number 4?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, by the way, do you think Max Rebo and Sice Noodles had an affair? They had to have something going on there.
I don't know. I will say this. One thing that really bothers me about Max Rebo, and this is me like body shaming in a galaxy far, far away, is that he has holes in his fingers, and that just very much creeps me out.
Hey, man.
I just need to get that out of my system. I don't like having holes on the tips of your fingers. That's weird.
I mean, sure. That's just you're right. You did body shame Max Rebo.
Yeah.
No. Well, I'm actually, I'm reading the High Republic right now. The
Yes.
first High Republic book.
And
Light of the Jedi.
he's in it, right?
No, he's not in it. This is 200. It takes place 200 years before Phantom Menace. But no, I was gonna say about like weird alien physiology. Like,
Yeah.
I was just reading about like this one alien that has, I think it was like the Duros, has like they get like these like smelly oil sacs that build up in their body when danger comes. So there's all sorts of weird
sweat?
shit in Star Wars. Well, no, it's less of
Sweat?
like less sweat, but more like an octopus, like, or like a squid ink jet or whatever.
Okay.
I don't know, whatever.
All
It's
right.
weird.
Okay.
Star Wars is weird. Aliens are weird, but they're creatively weird.
Yes.
Cool. Okay. No, number 4 for me is, so these are one of the coolest looking characters in Star Wars, and I'm actually glad that they don't speak because it maintains their level of coolness. And these are the people that have sworn their lives to protect the Emperor, the Imperial Guards.
That's a
Donned
good
in red,
one.
have staffs, just wait there and just wait for somebody to attack the Emperor. They're awesome. I know that they do. I think they speak in some comics, but you never actually on screen hear them speak.
Yeah.
They're so freaking cool. And something I never understood was in Revenge of the Sith,
Yeah.
because I know like in the prequel era, the Chancellor has
blue.
guards.
Yeah.
They wear blue, and it's almost like the Roman the Roman headdress kind of thing.
Yeah.
But like what I don't understand is like in Revenge of the Sith, like once it's like an empire, once he declares that it's going to be like the first galactic empire, all of a sudden he's got Imperial guards in red.
I
Like
mean,
all of a sudden, like how was he ready for that? Were they just
think
like
about
waiting?
Think about it this way, Av. When he was Palpatine, even though he still wasn't a good guy, people still
Yeah.
perceived him as being a good guy. Therefore, he was the guards were blue. What color is blue? Also, the lightsabers of Jedi who are good. Then,
No, I know. I'm just wondering how.
Then when
Yeah.
it switches over and it turns out he's a Sith, the color is red, the color of evil. So I think that's what they're going
No,
for.
I get that. I'm just wondering why it was such a quick turnaround.
I just told
Like
you.
he's literally the Chancellor, and the next scene, all of a sudden it's like the Imperial Guards as we know them.
Yeah,
It's like
he's
that was
evil.
pretty quick. They got those costumes done quick. I guess they have a lot of droids working on them, but listen, hey, you know what? New Star Wars nitpick, and we'll get a bunch of downvotes for that one too.
Yeah.
Can I just
Yeah.
say, by the way, that the Rat Tail video is easily our most unpopular nitpick. There's only two right now. But
People love rat tails for some reason, and that I don't know why. Have you ever seen an actual rat tail before? They're disgusting. And the fact that
but
they
here's the
have
thing.
it in the side of their heads is just also kind of gross.
Dude, the fact that we got a death threat for that video, that's insanity. I didn't think it would be. It was a joke, and I thought people understood that it was a joke.
Star Wars fans are the best.
You can say that again. I honestly
All right, let's keep going.
Yeah.
I don't want to focus on the negativity of this year. Let's keep going. All right, so
all right. What's your number 4?
So actually, it is a number 4 and 5 because these are two people,
Okay.
And the two people, really not a lot of people know them, but it's a great joke in the sequels. It's both of the New Order stormtroopers who walk in on Kylo Ren when he's just destroying his like bedroom because
Yes.
Poe escaped, I think. Or no, was it Rey?
And Daniel Craig or James Bond let her, or he mind tricked James Bond.
Yes, but the picture of these two stormtroopers walking down the hallway, and then they just hear and see
Yeah.
Kylo Ren being. Oh, I'm sorry, Ryan. I hit Ryan.
Where'd he go?
Oh.
Wait.
I
Oh,
accidentally hit
okay.
him. Sorry, Ryan. I was getting really into the Kylo Ren.
Poor guy.
Yeah, sorry. When Kylo Ren does that, and the stormtroopers are just like, they just back away slowly. Like, I don't want to be a part
Yep.
of this.
That's a great
Say,
scene.
I feel like that inspired the whole SNL, the two SNL sketches with Adam Driver being Kylo Ren and being like, an undercover boss.
Easily one of the best SNLs
Yes, without a doubt.
shorts ever. Yeah.
Without a doubt.
I didn't like the Rise of Skywalker one, but
Yeah.
whatever. Again, away from the negative.
Yes.
All right. So great one. I love those guys.
Okay.
Great moment in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
I laughed my ass off when I first saw that in theaters.
Yep.
Cool. So my number 3
Mm-hmm.
would be. Okay, so this is one I'm sure you. This is one from episode 4. I'm sure you've seen it. There's been a lot of memes about it, a lot of videos going back for ages, a lot of jokes. It's the stormtrooper that hits his head on the door.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I saw that in doing my research.
I love that. It was a mistake, obviously, and it's one of those little gems in Star Wars that you notice that it's like, it's a mistake, but it's like it adds to just the. It just adds to the charm of that movie.
Yeah.
But I mean, in the special editions, Lucas, I think he put like a bonk sound or something in it just
Did
to like.
he? I don't know.
Because
That makes
he's so like anal about those 3 movies that he's just like any little mistake he's just like, well, I gotta put a bonk there because that makes sense and I don't want it to be mistake. Like,
we
people know
love
it's a
George
mistake, and
Lucas.
It's fine.
We love George Lucas.
We love George Lucas, but he's
He directed
something
my
else.
favorite movie ever, so I can't.
Yes, we
can't
love George Lucas. All right, Zach, go ahead.
All right, so now this is my number 2.
Or no, you still need number 3.
So my number 3 and 4 were
Okay.
those two. Those two people. I guess I don't know. I didn't. Yeah.
Do they have names?
I
they have names somewhere?
I looked. I don't think they do.
You can check Wikipedia. I know that's your favorite site now.
What was the name of those Imperials that were in the Was it the Dark Horse comics that were like?
Oh,
like
Tag and
yeah,
Tag
yeah,
and
yeah.
Bink?
Binks.
Bunk?
Who knows? I mean, that's kind of like how I look at those two characters. So, all right. Speaking of canon, this character is no longer in canon. However, he was introduced last year. You all know him. You all love him. He is Gene's guy from The Mandalorian.
He's been retconned, man.
I know. Standing in the
People talk about retcons all the time in Star Wars. He was literally retconned.
standing in the background. When Mando, it was what was it? Was it episode?
It was the
3?
Siege. It was episode
Yes. Wow, it's been a while.
3, I think, yeah, or 4. I forgot. Yeah.
I think it was 4.
It may have
Because 3, yeah.
Yeah, it was 4. It was 4 because the one before that was the
3 had the boat.
had the boat. Yeah,
That's all I remember. Yes, he's just a guy doing his job and just a fun little Easter egg for those of us who lived last year.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I like that one. I think they identified who it was.
They
Like,
did.
like-
Yeah, they saw. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so funny. I really wish they left that in. That's like one of those
Yeah.
things, like just like the stormtrooper hitting his head. It's like it's one of those like things that make
That
it
or
so,
the cardboard cutouts in the throne room scene at the end of episode 4.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just weird stuff.
Or the
like that.
Ewok blinking. I think we should do. Side note: we should do an episode where we just talk about all the special edition changes and just cry about them, like little babies.
I'm not a baby, but okay.
I'm a baby.
I'm a baby. So number 2 for you.
Yeah, we're on number 2. Okay, so
Yes.
this is one. I don't know who they are. So correct me. I didn't do very much research on them.
Great.
I just remember them. They're like imprinted in my mind from like childhood.
Okay.
From watching Return of the Jedi. And it's so I don't know if they're like in the prequels as well as like aliens that we've known, but they just look different because it was the original trilogy. But do you know like the Emperor, his like creepy little friends that like are in the
Oh
in
yeah.
his throne room,
Yeah, his book
Yeah.
club. Yeah.
his little book club. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's when
It's just his advisors, I think. I mean, that's
yeah, it's his advisors,
Yeah.
and he it's like during the scene where he gets mad at Vader for coming in.
Yeah.
He's like, I have a plan. Like, stop being a little asshole.
Yeah. No,
It's kinda
know.
like-
I remember they're his like consultants, his entourage.
It's so funny. Like I wonder if George Lucas had this in mind when he was doing the scene, the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise scene, where Anakin comes in and he's like, "Leave us," and they all leave, all his advisors, in the opera scene, and like that's like, but it's so funny, like, cause like, what is it, like 25 years later, Anakin comes in and he's like, "Ah, fuck off, Anakin. I'm busy." It's like so like you can see how much their relationship has just changed so much.
Yeah. I think one was based off Rudy Giuliani and the other Kellyanne Conway.
No way.
No, just like the Emperor's advisors.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah, I know. I definitely saw one of them. Their hair was leaking.
It was leaking, yeah. Yeah.
I
Good
promise,
times.
Emperor, it's gonna be great.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So number one, it's my turn because we switched because I had
yeah, that's
double.
right. I keep forgetting that.
So number 1 is you all love him. Everybody knows. Everybody who's actually an actual.
Don't
Star
tell me
Wars
what I
fan.
love.
I mean, if you don't love these guys, I don't know.
I'm sure
if you
I
like
do.
Star Wars. I think really this is a good litmus test to see if somebody says they watch Star Wars, just ask them if they know who they are, and then they actually like know a decent amount. And I'm not talking about. I'm not trying to be exclusive.
Zach the gatekeeper.
Yeah, but it is the Cantina Band.
Huh?
Cantina Band.
Who?
Exactly. You can tell. I mean, I love Star Wars music.
Yeah, we do. We really do need to get you buttons to play.
We
that
got
stuff.
we got Max Rebo and we got the Cantina Band on my top 5s, and yeah, I mean they're just iconic. I mean
They are.
Yeah.
I met them at. I'll put a picture, but I met them at Star Wars Celebration last year. They were cool. They didn't talk much, but well, actually, would you consider because breath does leave their mouth.
No.
And
Technically,
it transforms into sound. So they
technically, anybody that breathes then is speaking like that. No. Out the window. Sorry,
I'm just being an asshole.
I know.
I'm just joking.
You're being a Star Wars fan.
I want a spin-off show with the Cantina Band
Well, we did
about
see
them getting into some shit.
we did see them in the Star Wars Holiday Special, if I'm not mistaken, with the Golden Girl. When
With B. Arthur.
Yeah.
Were they in there? I can't.
And
I haven't watched it
think
since last year. I
they
forgot.
were because they slowed it down or something like that.
Good night, but not goodbye.
If Disney Plus, among all the other
Yeah.
like baskets of shows come in, if they had a spin-off of the Cantina Band, how would you write that?
It would be like going into the Tatooine music scene and it would be Max Rebo and the band versus the Cantina band in a battle of the bands at Jabba's palace.
Like a Scott Pilgrim kind of thing.
Basically, yeah, like a Scott Pilgrim.
That'd be fun.
And then, yeah,
It's got to start with they're like down in their luck. They got fired from the cantina
yeah. B. Arthur,
because everything.
B. Arthur had enough of their shit.
I never understood what her role was because
She was the owner.
She's the owner.
She's the owner.
right, but it's not the guy. It's not the guy from the first.
No, he probably
first
got
movie.
too scared that he saw a Jedi slice a guy's hand off. He was like, I'm keeping
quit.
my arm. Yeah.
Well, I guess he's just the bartender. He wouldn't be the owner. You know what they have to do in the spin-off show? They have to do they have to CGI her, bring her back digitally.
Yeah. Gotta do it.
But wait,
I'd be A-okay with that. 100%.
is B. Arthur? Oh, B. Arthur is dead, I think, right?
I don't know.
DH her?
'Cause I know.
I think she's passed away.
I know one of the Golden Girls is gone, but I thought it was the oldest one. I think B. Arthur.
She is gone.
She is. Don't count her out yet. She can still reprise her role in Star Wars Holiday Special 2.
All right, B. I'm pretty sure she passed away.
Let's see. I know Betty White's still.
Yeah, she died. Okay, so she passed away in 2009.
Damn it.
I know.
Maybe we'll get Betty White to replace her.
Maybe like her sister.
Yeah, B. Arthur's sister.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
No, B. Arthur went to retire. That's what to Florida.
No de-aging.
All right, what's your number one?
All right, my number one is the third most famous species of its kind that we don't know the name of. She
Yaddle?
appears in the
Yeah.
Phantom Menace.
Yep.
Yes, it is. Yeah, Master
okay,
Jedi Master Yaddle.
Why is she number one? That's what does she do? What does she do for you?
Well, because I didn't
that
care
the
about
Imperial
her before.
Guards don't do.
I guess that's true. Well, in the she's got there's a lot of like comic stories about her, but dude, you know what? I feel like
I'm judging
like
you. Yes.
You are.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely are.
Yeah.
I'm being I'm being bullied in real
I will
time
say
about
I
Star Wars.
did think of Yaddle, but I was like, nah, she ain't shit. So,
Yeah, I guess you're smarter than me.
So
I picked Yaddle. Here's why I picked Yaddle.
Okay.
It's because I didn't care about her before. I actually do you remember there was a the Game of Life? The board game?
Oh, yeah.
The Game of Life.
Yeah.
There was a Star Wars themed game of Life that I was playing at like one of my friends' houses.
Mhm.
And I remember seeing Yaddle on there like as a character.
Was this just like a Phantom Menace off? Was it just like specifically?
No, I think it was just Star Wars in general. And I remember because I had seen Phantom Menace in theaters, and I don't think I really remembered Yaddle at all. She was pretty forgetful. She was kind of in the background, But I remember like in the board game, playing that board game, that's when I learned that Yaddle was in that scene, and I was like, oh, like this is a really ugly Yoda. And then,
Hey, okay, now that is shaming.
well, no, the
It's
the
just an
Yoda in
ugly-
Phantom Menace is an ugly Yoda too.
Oh,
They
okay.
ruined that puppet. They ruined
Fair
that
enough,
puppet.
fair enough.
I don't know what happened in 1999, but they really messed up Yoda and all of his species.
vision. Vision.
I think they were trying to go for like, oh, this is what he would look like younger. but
Younger.
He just looked messed up, man.
He did. He looked like he had the flu. Like he was like
he looked high the whole time.
sticky and gross.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm happy about when they like put CGI Yoda over him in the special when they read it up.
3D. Yeah, I was fine with it.
Yeah, but yeah. So Yaddle, I really started taking an interest in Yaddle once Baby Yoda. Well, no, once Baby Yoda came about.
Right, okay, so this
Enter
is
the
all
zeitgeist.
Conspiracy of that. If
No, there's
Yaddle
no
and Yoda-
conspiracy. There's no.
Not if Yaddle
I
and
actually
Yoda-
don't.
no?
I actually wouldn't. No, I'm not on that train, and I wouldn't want to be. I started getting most interested in Yaddle when, and you're gonna laugh at this, but when Baby Yoda first like entered the zeitgeist, last year, or 2 years ago, I guess now. But I never really thought about, because I think with the emergence of Baby Yoda or Grogu,
Yeah.
I think it started adding to the mystery, or like the mystery of Yoda's species reemerged in a lot of people's minds, because it is the one thing because I feel like everybody in Star Wars, every fan loves to explain the hell out of every single detail of
Yeah.
Star Wars, but that's the one thing that George Lucas refuses to let fans nitpick and like kind of like delve into. We have no idea what his species is called. We only know of 3 of his species, and it's just so mysterious, and I love that. I love not knowing. That's why Yaddle's kind of cool, because like we've never heard her speak. She's only one of 3. I guess technically, if you want to be technical about it, we've only heard one of Yoda's species speak, and that's Yoda. We haven't really heard Grogu speak.
See,
We
I was
haven't
gonna
heard
put Baby
Yaddle
Yoda
speak.
on my list, but I looked
I think
up.
he makes enough
The
noises
thing is, I
to
looked
where-
up the definition of speak on Google to make sure, and it was like, I mean,
What does speak mean?
Just the word. And yeah, he definitely like portrays thoughts through his verbal cues. So
Yes, he does. But yeah, I think Yaddle is super interesting, and just
all right,
the
I
fact that she's
gave
not-
you a hard time, but like you explained yourself well. All right, you're a good Yaddle supporter. I'm fine with this being.
what I will say about this whole Yoda species debacle is that I don't know, because there's a precedent for naming them a name starting with Y. So what the fuck is Grogu? It should have been like a Yogu or something.
I mean, honestly, Grogu just. I mean, it just sounded like Yoku from Dragon Ball Z.
Goku. Yeah.
Yoku. Grogu. Yoku. Grogu. Yoku. Kame. Grogu.
I think that like they've set a they had now set a precedent by naming first Yoda and then Yaddle.
Yeah.
That I think
No, you're right.
naming the second one that we've known,
Yoku.
Yaddle, set a
It
precedent
should
for
have been
why.
Yoku.
It should have been what we I think a few episodes, or like one of our earliest episodes, we named him Yodel before we even knew what that should have been it.
No, not Yodel. What?
Yodel, come on, man.
Yodel.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
We've kind of lost
If you're
our
still with us, thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, you really, honestly, like, why? Oh boy. All right. Well, anyway, that's our top 5. We got Lobot. For me, we got Lobot, the Imperial Guards, the stormtrooper that hit his head, or her head. We actually don't know. The Emperor's creepy friends, his entourage. They should make a show about them. The Sheev entourage, and then Yaddle. Those are mine. And then Zach.
And so mine are, excuse me, Max Rebo Band, or I guess Max Rebo. Then we have, it was, did I say Gene Sky was first? I
No, you had. I think you had the stormtroopers.
I had the two,
Which is
I had
a
the two
cop
stormtroopers.
out. I think you need to pick one more off the top of your head.
I mean, they equally do a great job in.
Well, I counted all of the Emperor's creepy friends as one unit. I think you're. I think you're
that's on
scamming
you.
me.
I'm not scamming.
Well, okay. Well, at least what's Ryan's favorite? Ryan hasn't said anything.
Ryan's favorite are all the porgs, specifically the ones that lived.
Or should or
What do you mean or?
should it be the one that was cooked? We never heard the one that was cooked.
Yeah, I know exactly. I was gonna say Ryan said the ones that survived
Okay.
Last Jedi and Rise of or not Rise of Skywalker. My brain is so mush right
Last
now.
Jedi?
Last Jedi and the Rise of Skywalker. The porgs that survived.
Got it.
Yes.
Cool. All right, and then you had Gene's guy.
I had Gene's guy.
Okay.
And then I had the Cantina Band.
solid lists on both ends, I think.
Very true.
Yeah. So basically, our plan is to kind of recycle through these different formats. You know, have a top 5. Next couple weeks will be a couple different formats, and then come back to a top 5. So we don't really know what that next one's gonna be yet. But
And I'll say, if any of you have ideas of what we should do, just leave them in the comments.
we can section off like a kind of the end of the episodes for any questions or comments. We always love to hear from you guys. It's kind of cool that we just kind of started this, and there's so many people that love Star Wars, and it's always fun to get takes from everybody. Just complete strangers too. That we could soon call friends. So
Yeah.
that's the show. Thanks for being here again. For those of you that lasted to this point, we love all of you, and we'll see you next week.
See you next week.